Good evening. What's going on, folks? Welcome to another Pro Wrestling Talk video brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the YouTube the Tube. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. So, Great Muta final bye-bye show in Pro Wrestling Noah at the Yokohama Arena is in the books. Oh, man. It was an emotional show. Very emotional show. But I finally got around to checking it out. And, yeah. Phenomenal show. What a way to send the Great Muta home. What a way to send the Great Muta home. Let's get into this juicy card. First off, we had a tag team match. We had the team of Atsuhi, Kotoge, and Seiki Yoshioka taking on the team of Hajime Ohara and Hiroki. And I was so happy to see Seiki Yoshioka again. I have really enjoyed his matches. Like, the dude reminds me so much of like a BB Hulk Masato Yoshino combination, just with his speed and a lot of the moves that he can do. Like, that dude, that guy is Speed Star like 2.0. It's crazy, which of course, you know, Masato Yoshino is retired, but I watched him a lot back in Dragon Gate. But, I mean, this guy's speed is insane with how he hits the ropes. Like, definitely love watching him. Great match overall. All four of these men were solid, but I was really cheering on for Seiki Yoshioka. Unfortunately, he ended up taking the pin after Hiroki hit like a kind of like a missile splash. Just kind of went like this and just did a splash from off the top rope onto Seiki Yoshioka and got the 1, 2, 3. So I don't know if it's called a specific name. I just called it the missile splash. But yeah, picked up the victory there. Great opening match. Definitely enjoyed that opening match. And then the second match was one of my favorites of the card. One of my favorites. We got to see the ladies in action in Pro Wrestling Noah. Yeah. As we had a tag team match that had the team of Saori, Anou, and Jungle Kyona taking on the team of Sumire, Natsu, and Maya Yukihi. What a match this was. Saori Anou, I recently got a chance to watch through Sendai Girls and also through Ice Ribbon. She's the current Ice Cross Infinity champion. Jungle Kyona, Stardom alumni, who I've seen 3 times and met 3 times live through DPW when she was back here in the States. Of course, Sumire Natsu, also Stardom alumni, especially through Oedo Tai. Maya Yukihi, currently wrestling in the Stardom Triangle Derby, also from Ice Ribbon, also who wrestled in DPW that I've met. So we got quite an all-star lineup with this tag team match, and it did not disappoint one bit. For not having seen Sumire Natsu in a while, it was really good to see her again, and of course she did, you know, the best Bronco Buster ever. So, as she always likes to do, she's a giver, if you know what I mean. And just seeing all 4 of these ladies, I mean, Maya Yukihi, Jungle Kyona definitely went at it quite a bit. Especially reminded me of when they had their match in DPW in the States. But all 4 of these ladies shine so brightly in this match. I enjoyed this match, one of my favorites of this card. And sure enough, Jungle Kyona picks up the victory for her team, hitting Sumire Natsu with her patent Jungle Buster. Devastatingly patent Jungle Buster, picking up the 1-2-3. And all four ladies showed good sportsmanship after the match, which I thought was really cool. But this match was fire from start to finish. Like, I tell you, and even if you've never seen these four ladies before, definitely look them up. Look them up. Check them out. I know Sumire Natsu likes to do, some comedy wrestling as well, but she can wrestle too. I believe she can definitely wrestle as well. Maya Yukihi, definitely really good. Jungle Kyona. It was really cool to see Jungle Kyona in a Pro Wrestling Noah ring. I would have never expected that. You know what I mean? So, it's good to see her. Saori Anou, definitely fell in love with through checking her out in Ice Ribbon. Really, really good. So, I highly vouch for this match. And all four ladies, check them out. Definitely check them out. Next up, we had a singles match between Timothy Thatcher and Masaaki Mochizuki. Two names I'm very familiar with. Timothy Thatcher, of course, I've watched through Evolve and also through WWE. He's made quite the splash in Pro Wrestling Noah. Masaaki Mochizuki I mainly watched through Dragon Gate. These two definitely were solid. A good, solid match between these two. A great clash of styles. A lot of submissions, a lot of strong style. Very much back and forth. I would love to see these two go at it again. I definitely enjoyed it that much. But Timothy Thatcher was able to get a big victory over Masaaki Mochizuki, making him tap out to the Fujiwara armbar. Just cut and boom with that Fujiwara armbar. And Timothy Thatcher with a big victory. So definitely was cool to see him pick up the victory. I mean, I had no preference on winner, but hey, Timothy Thatcher, good stuff. Okay, next up, we had a 6-man tag team match that seemed promising, but was kind of bummed with the finish. It was the team of Yoshinari, Ogawa, Eita, and NOSAWA Rongai taking on the team of Junta, Miyawaki, Alejandro, and Yasutaka Yano. For the most part, the match was going pretty well, but then pretty much Eita and NOSAWA Rongai ganged up on Alejandro, worked together to rip his mask off, and got his mask ripped off. Referee called for the bell. Therefore, Miyawaki-san, Alejandro, Yano-san got the victory via disqualification. So, never too big of a fan of those type of finishes, especially when it includes ripping off a mask. Never really been a fan of those. So, that's what really made this match sour. But it seemed promising until it got to that point. And I'll just leave it at that. Next up, we had another 6-man tag team match. We had the team of Jake Lee, Jack Morris, and Anthony Greene. It's a name I hadn't seen in a while. Taking on Masa Kitamiya, Taiki Inaba, and Aiki Inamura. And you know what? I definitely enjoyed this match. And I was just really happy to see Anthony Greene in a Pro Wrestling Noah ring. I would have never thought I'd see that. I've seen him a couple of times through NXT and also through Evolve as well. But yeah, definitely enjoyed this match from start to finish. Pardon me. Jake Lee. This was my first taste of Jake Lee. Definitely thought he was really cool. Kind of had a swagger to him, which I thought was pretty neat. Jack Morris, that dude is jacked. Like, literally jacked. I mean, for his size, that dude is crazy muscular. Kind of reminds me of of another Pac, Pac from AEW. That's what he kind of reminds me of. Just ripped. Anyways, Jake Lee was able to get the victory for his team after pinning Inamura after pretty much a haluva kick. Pretty much did a haluva kick. I don't know what the name of his finisher is, but it was pretty much a haluva kick. Got the 1, 2, 3. Jake Lee, Jack Morris, Anthony Greene, victorious. I love it. Okay, next up we had a special singles match. This was a GHC Martial Arts Rules match. And this was Kazushi Sakuraba taking on Hideki Suzuki. Now, I remember hearing about the name of Kazushi Sakuraba. Strong MMA background. Pretty much one of the best to do MMA in Japan for the most part. And Hideki Suzuki, who I've seen before, definitely a familiar name. But you know what? This match was back and forth. A lot of strikes, a lot of takedowns. Pretty much what you would see in a UFC match. That sort of thing. But had to win either by knockout or submission. And it was back and forth. And Sakuraba-san was able to pick up the victory, making Hideki Suzuki pass out with a triangle choke, which he tried his best to stay in it, even picked him up, hit him onto the turnbuckle, but just was not enough to get Sakuraba-san to release the hold, and ended up passing out to the point where the referee stopped the match. And Kazushi Sakuraba gets the submission victory with that triangle choke. Great match. Definitely enjoyed it. And then next up, we had another 6-man tag match that is another one of my favorite matches of this card. It was the team of Amakusa, Ultimo Dragon, and Ninja Mac. Wow, what a combo of a team. Taking on the team of Yohei, KZ, and Dante Leon. And I have to say, it was such an honor and a privilege seeing Ultimo Dragon wrestle again. And he was accompanied by Sonny Ono. That's right. Great Sonny Ono. Who I also got to meet when they came to North Carolina a couple of years ago. Got to meet them both and see them wrestle. Ultimo Dragon, one of my favorite masked wrestlers of all time. Definitely have followed him quite a bit through WCW. And yeah, been a big fan of Ultimo Dragon for a long time. Loved his rivalry with Jushin Thunder Liger as well as Rey Mysterio as well. So, match was a banger from start to finish. Amakusa did a very speedy, insane tope suicida onto Dante Leon. I mean, just like a missile, just cleared between the top rope and the middle rope like it was nothing. Like it was nothing, and just right into Dante Leon. That dude is insane. Oh my God. I don't think gravity matters to him. Or death-defying Daredevil. I don't think. He might be the Japanese Jeff Hardy. It's crazy, his high-flying ability and just the risks that he takes. It's crazy. And then Ninja Mac doing his thing. Ninja Mac, I tell you, he is a treat to watch. Like, if y'all are a fan of the high-flying, acrobatic, flippy type of wrestling, Ninja Mac is a go-to. Definitely check out Ninja Mac. He is phenomenal, and he has been impressive since day one. I mean, I know it was only recently that I Just learned about Ninja Mac, but Ninja Mac, that dude is a beast. Having him, Amakusa, teamed up with Ultimo Dragon? Shoot, that had me feeling myself. Let me tell you what. And sure enough, speaking of Ninja Mac picked up the 1-2-3 for his team after hitting Yohei with, I don't know what it's called, but he pretty much hit a Phoenix, kind of like a Phoenix splash, but it was like a Phoenix 630. Like, just crazy. Like, you know what? You know what I would love to see? I would love to see, I don't know if it's happened yet, and if it's happened yet, please tell me so I can find it or direct me to it. I would love to see Ninja Mac versus El Hijo del Vikingo. I would love to see that match. If it's never happened before, I would pay to see that match. Like, because I just recently saw Vikingo through GCW Don't Talk to Me in North Carolina this past weekend against Gringo Loco. Woo-wee! High flying at its best. So, if he hasn't faced Ninja Mac yet, I would love to see that. But Ninja Mac picks up the victory for himself, Amakusa, and Ultimo Dragon. One of my favorite matches of the card. Next up, we had an 8-man tag. We had the team of Kaito Kiyomiya, El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr., Takashi Sugiura, and Satoshi Kojima taking on the team of Kongo's Kenoa, Katsuhiko Nakajima, Masakatsu Funaki, and Manobu Soya. And I have to say, this was a pretty action-packed match. 8-man tag team chaos. Definitely enjoyed this match from start to finish. Dr. Wagner Jr. ended up picking up the victory by pinning Manobu Soya after hitting a moonsault. Pretty nice, juicy moonsault. You know, kept it simple. Don't mind simple. But definitely a very action-packed match for an 8-man tag. As it should be. As it should be. And then the main event. The main event of Great Muta Final Bye-Bye was a 6-man tag team match. You had the Great Muta, Sting, and Darby Allin taking on the team of Hakushi, Akira, and Naomichi Marufuji. What a main event. And shout out to the Great Kabuki, who made his entrance as well. Did a little nunchuck action. But yeah, the Great Kabuki making an entrance for this match. And I liked how everybody was there to pose with the Great Kabuki. I thought it was really cool. But yeah, man, seeing the Great Muta enter into the ring one last time, just, I have to admit, I got pretty emotional. And, seeing Hakushi, Jinsei Sasaki, seeing him in the ring again definitely brought back memories. Definitely brought back memories to the WWF and just, New Japan Pro Wrestling. I mean, yeah, definitely brought back a lot of memories. I remember when he feuded with The Undertaker, for example, and just, yeah, always enjoyed Hakushi for his gimmick and such. But this was definitely a great match. The Great Muta was doing his thing, flashing elbow, using weapons, even used the tip of that wooden sign that one of the henchmen of Hakushi had, broke it in half and used it as a weapon. But Great Muta, we saw misting as well. I mean, just doing what he does best. Doing what he does best. And Sting got in a good amount of action in this match, as well as Darby Allin. And I really enjoyed this match. And you know something? They may be setting up Marufuji versus Darby Allin for a future AEW TNT Championship match, because word was he wants that title, so we might be seeing an open challenge for Naomichi Marufuji in an AEW ring. Would be nice. Would be really nice. After getting misted, Great Muta. Oh, not only after getting misted, but also after eating a Scorpion Death Drop, after eating a Coffin Drop, Great Muta hits one last Shining Wizard on Hakushi to pick up the 1, 2, 3. And the Great Muta goes out with a bang, with a victory, with Sting and Darby Allin. Sting and the Great Muta, my favorite pro wrestling rivalry of all time. And just, I really also liked how in the beginning they did a special video package for Sting, playing his old school theme and such, and showing pictures of him and the Great Muta together. And I tell you, just, and then after the match, it looked like, I don't know if Great Muta tweaked his hip or something like that. It looked like he was limping a little bit, so they had to, pretty much hold him up. And then about middle of the way towards the ramp, he sent Darby and Sting to, y'all go on ahead. And then he pretty much turned around, did one more cutthroat, did one more blast of the green mist, and waved goodbye. And there goes the ninja from hell, the Great Muta, has officially been retired. And I tell you, it just really, it was emotional. It was really emotional. I got so many memories from watching the Great Muta, WCW, like even in the NWA days, seeing him, with manager Gary Hart at his side, seeing him feud with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Sting, Ric Flair, and then seeing him team up with Sting going against the Steiner Brothers in the Tokyo Dome. I believe it was 92. Oh, man. His matches with Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff and Barry Windham. Oh, man. The times where he teamed up and also faced Vampiro, Jushin Thunder Liger. Just, man, so many memories. So many memories of the Great Muta. And just, what stood out so much was he was unique. Growing up, he was very unique. I mean, flipping into the ring, spewing the mist, something I had never seen before until the Great Muta. Doing jump kicks and spin kicks and moonsaults. At the time, the only other person that I usually saw do that was either Johnny B. Bad or Jushin Thunder Liger. Because remember, I used to watch Jushin Thunder Liger when he used to feud with Flying Brian Pillman. But, I mean, Great Muta would do planchas, karate kicks, would flip into the ring. Dude was very athletic, had one of the best running elbow drops. Just, his moves were crisp and had a snap to them and had intensity to when he executed moves. That's what stood out so much to me about the Great Muta. And at the time, I was never really familiar with any foreign pro wrestlers. Outside of, learning, Lucha Libre through WCW as I got older. But I was mainly used to seeing mainly American pro wrestlers wrestle. And then, come across, the Great Muta. And then, as I grew up, I got introduced to, Akira Hokuto, Lioness Asuka, Bull Nakano, Manami Toyota. As I grew up, I got introduced to them. But the Great Muta was pretty much the first for me when it comes to Japanese wrestlers that really made me wow and be like, whoa, who is this guy? This guy is a beast. You know what I mean? So, just so many great memories of the Great Muta. And like I said, he's my all-time favorite pro wrestler. And, I got a chance to meet him. Of course, I did meet him as Keiji Muto, but did see him perform live as the Great Muta, which, like I said, I have no preference. I mean, I met Keiji Muto, which, I'll talk about more after he has his final match against Naito. But as the Great Muta, just one of my faves. And you know what? That was one heck of a final match. One heck of a final match. And yeah, that's really all I can say. It was really special. It was quite a moment to see the Great Muta do it one more time. Thank you for so many memories as the Great Muta. And it is an honor to have watched you all these years. And it was an honor to be entertained by you ever since I was a kid. So, bye-bye, Muta. Bye-bye, Great Muta. Whew. Okay. Let me know what y'all thought of the card for the Great Muta final bye-bye through Pro Wrestling Noah. This was January 22nd in Yokohama Arena. Let me know what y'all's thoughts were. What did you think of the card? What did you think of the matches? What were your favorite matches? Also, wanted to throw in there that I'm also a revision affiliate for Game Beauty, which is a line of cosmetics with video game themes to them. Check out the link in the description box, and definitely check out the site. Have a great lineup of makeup and cosmetics and stuff like that. Be sure you use the link, and if you're interested in making any purchases, be sure to use the promo code BlitzballChamp, and you can get 10% off of your purchase. So definitely check that out if you're interested. And as usual, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss a video. And also share this video as well. And thank y'all so much for watching and for all of the support. For another Pro Wrestling Talk brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube, I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. I will see y'all in the next video. Have a blessed evening. Peace.